Today, all the big notable NHL YouTubers have started releasing NHL 25 content, which of course does not include me, but I've been watching it all anxiously, hoping that I can see positive things that can revitalize my hype, but unfortunately I've only been left with more concerns. So let's get into my concerns. Starting off, I want to talk about the gameplay, which was one of the things that I thought looked very promising in terms of feeling new. While the skinny and gameplay seems to offer a new feel, to say that it's fresh would be a stretch. From the gameplay I've seen, the goals that were being scored are the same goals that were going in NHL 24. The only difference in scoring you'll see is from the new timed one-timers. A creator I really enjoy called Eki sums it up best.
Matthias, timed one-timer? Dude, it's broken.
It's broken. Hopefully this is something that EA can patch a bit, but overall I still feel like the goalies are in need of a massive rework, especially considering that we still have the same narrative that's been going on for years, that big goalies are better than higher overall goalies. The next massive concern I have involves HUT. Now we are only in the early access phase for HUT, so it might change, but currently the reward system in NHL 25's HUT seems severely worse than previous years. This is especially bad for free-to-play players, where before you could get your weekly HUT rifle rewards and squad battle rewards. Now they have streamlined all the modes into a single linear progression path to earn coins, packs, and other rewards. Now I actually really like this change because it means you can play whatever mode you want and work towards progressing this almost battle pass like XP path. Gone are the days where you basically are forced to play AI squad battles to grind points to get the best rewards. But the problem is that right now in early access, the rewards on the XP path are extremely underwhelming. And my fear is that EA has the choice to continue this moving forward, making the game harder for free-to-play players. I wish I could say that I trust them not to do this, but seriously, I don't know. If this does continue, it would be a big shame as this was one of the few things that previously I actually gave EA credit for. I felt like you could quite easily play HUT free to play even if it was a bit grindy. Another aspect of the greed that I've mentioned before is how I hate that they're pushing really hard for people to buy the deluxe edition to get the 7 days early access and all the promotional content for this game. I think it's utterly ridiculous and they need to stop selling these artificial early accesses to receive an already bigger advantage on people getting the game late. That's right, late. Not on the actual release. Let's face it, you get it late. Selling so hard on this fear of missing out is so scummy, and in my opinion, I just hate it. This one is going to hurt a lot of fans, but we knew it was coming. NHL 25 Be a Pro, while I haven't seen gameplay, from what we've heard from Tugi24's video, it sounds like it hasn't been touched, which means that there's a very real possibility that pricey pawn hockey is back. I don't think I really need to expand on this. We get how terrible this could be. Another mode I haven't heard anything about yet is World NHL, which means it too, very likely, it didn't receive many changes, and again, this will be very disappointing news for those who play it. All we know is that they're adding / changing the way that live events work, but considering that the game releases in 2 days and we still don't have much on it, means that it wasn't big enough for EA to really try and market it as a selling point for the game. The last thing I'll just retouch on is franchise mode. I've already made my comments on this in my last video about NHL 25, so I won't be going fully over it again. But yes, some of the changes are great, but I still believe that they poorly implemented them by trying to force this conversation system on us. In the past, the conversation system, again in my opinion, completely failed, and the majority of us turned it off. And now if you want to lock players into a position, which is something we've needed for a really long time, you have to do it through this conversation system. I think it's going to be really slow and really tedious, and after some time we'll all be sick of it. But that's just my opinion, and I plan to give it its fair chance. I just don't have much hope. But yeah guys, I just wanted to talk about this stuff as we approach the release of the game in 2 days. Of course, those of you who didn't get the deluxe edition can screw off and wait another week because you didn't give EA enough money. I'm honestly a bit mad, and it probably shows in this video. I feel dumb like I do every year because I was quite excited for NHL 25, but honestly, it does seem to be just more of the same, and that's my fault.